Hi and welcome back. This is Gary's Coin Channel. I'm going to be doing another opening of a bankroll. This is the third one for today. I'm probably going to end here. See if we come up with anything. Just going to show you a live preview of the opening. They're revealing. And just kind of spread them out a little bit. You know, with these rolls, you really never know what you're going to get. I've actually got Indian head pennies. So, yeah, it's a nice mix. Brown, some older looking ones. I don't see any wheats right out of the gate, but you never know. Let's go through them and get you over to the microscope. Put that down here. See what we're doing. Actually, we don't need that much. There we go. Just to show you that I am using this pile here. Alright. Let's get to it. Let's clean it up. First one out. 96. Philly. Nothing. Whoops. Sorry about that. I hit the tripod. Alright, number 2. Another 70S. Seem to be getting a lot of these. I used to look at San Francisco older copper pennies. I mean, you know, value-wise, a couple cents. 8 cents, 10 cents. But I do is I take these, I don't try to sell them, I put them in with my bulk pennies. Yeah, I sell them by the pound and they're all mixed in there. And I don't weed out the better quality coins. They're in the bulk copper. I mean, I'll link my eBay seller page so you can see my copper pennies. You're getting a fresh view of what goes in. Here's a 74, little offset. Again, this will go in the copper bulk pile for some kid or an adult. Hey, that's a nice coin. Yeah. I bought it at a bulk price, 94. Close AM. Let's see, 23. No extra V, no spike head. A little bit of it could be a die break on the right of the ribbon, but I don't see it. Just gonna try to pull this up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Alright, next. Did we move this over too much? Yeah, so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Yeah, it's still got the coin in there. Alright. 1970. Philly. Nothing going on. Off into the copper pile. 1986. Ratty. Got some glue on it. Off to the bank pile. 99. Parking lot coin. Close AM. Back to the bank. It's 81 copper. Nothing special. Going to the copper pile. Not a bad coin. 1980. Excuse me. 80 copper. Typical 80 copper. Going in the copper pile. 03. Memorial. Close AM. I mean, not that even 03s are known to have wide AMs, but you know what they say, you never know. Let's look. Let's take a peek. 93. Now this is the first year with the close AM in the Lincoln Memorial Series. And this is in fact a close AM. A wide AM would be nice to find. It's not listed as a variety that you should be searching for. But I do. I look for the, you know, who's to say? They've done it in 98, 99. It could happen in 93. You never know. Not here. Maybe I'm dreaming. Maybe I shouldn't stop dreaming. Here's another 93. Peek quick at the AM. This is a close AM. Nothing special. Nice clean coin, but nothing really special. 18. Yeah, something by the VDB, but nothing there. Memorial 2002. Again, always the first thing I look at is the AM. Even though it's not a known variety year, you know, I check. You know, could you imagine? Hey, come up with an 02 with a wide AM. You know, maybe, like I said, I'm dreaming, but you know what? Errors are made, errors are found, and some people do really well with new errors. You find a new error, you write little newspaper articles about you. This box is just a little too close for me. You can move the coins over. 98D. Right? Look for the wide AM. Wide AM. Which it's not. It's a close. There's a ratty coin here. Let's see. 95. Off to the back. 69. Really nice mint toning. A little patina. What we're going to look for is that floating roof, which we don't see here at all. This one's well attached, which the initials are very clear. But it is a nice coin. The 69. A better shape. No, very little wear. That goes in my copper pile. 85. Got the separated cladding along the rim. It's very common. Again, on the back, any strike through errors or anything. I've seen them on these coins. You got that die clash, but not here. Off to the back. 22. Evidence of a spike head. Nothing to write home about. And then this area on the top left of the shield, you see a lot of that, almost like a cud encapsulated or retained cud along the shield. I see quite a bit of that. Is there any value to it? No, but it's not really considered a, you know, I guess it's an error. It's an abnormally irregularity. It's not every coin, but here also on the next to the United to the left, you can see with the coin was, when it was made, the what you call it, the feeder actually dented the coin. And that you could find that quite a bit, around 9 o'clock and below. You find that little bump there. That's actually dented at the mint. Is it a desirable variety or mint era? No, because it is quite common. I just wanted to point that out. It's not PMD. I've seen that quite a bit in the same exact spot. You can see when I turn the coin right to the left. Is it something to try to get bucks over? No. So get rid of that. I didn't bring it up. I just brought it up. I don't even know what this is. It's copper. Well, not copper. It could be copper. It's a close AM. It's probably say mid-90s. We'll throw it on a scale. I know it's not copper, but we'll just check it out. 2.5. Back to the bank. Trash coin. 78 copper. Nothing going on. Nice looking 75. Little light on the top. Offset. No doubling. Get the reverse. And it's just a common thing with a lot of the 70s actually had a lot of the offset strikes. 2011 ratty. Oh, I'm looking at that. 63. It's actually a nice looking coin, but has no value. No errors. It's just a nice looking coin. It's going to go into the copper pile. Again, if you want to see my eBay listing, I'll have the link below on this one. Usually I don't do that. I'll put it on the links below. 22. I do sell enough of them, and the folks who do get them, that they comment back, say, "Oh, that was a great deal." I said, "Yeah, I know." I threw in the last 5 pounds. I threw in 4 uncirculated rosies with whatchamacallit, they had the retained cuts along the torch, and yeah, you can get $2 for them. But I've got so many. I bought a box of dimes, and the rolls were filled with these coins, and actually they're hard to sell. So I'll give them away. Maybe they'll become popular one day. But it's definitely worth. It's uncirculated with retained cuts. You call them die chips? They look to me more like cuts, being that the dimes are. Well, anyway, that's a nice 67. I got them right here. Let me pull it up. I'll pull it up. Well, that's the $half. Go back up here. Here we go. Yeah, I'm talking about it. Might as well bring it up. I'll pull a couple. These are all uncirculated dimes. Yeah, look how many I got. I mean, that's half of them. Not even half. I got more. I'll show you. 23. Uncirculated from the bank. You look. This one ain't showing up. Yeah, up by the flame. To the top of the torch, to the left of the flame. See that? That's like a encapsulated cut. Some people say the die chips, broke from the die. It looks to me like it's been pushed out. Here's another one, same spot. I'll show you. But I've been throwing these in. I'm not throwing in now. I'll throw it right in there. I know it's uncirculated, but you know what? I can't sell them. I can't. Actually, I tried. Same thing, same spot. By the top of the torch. Beautiful coins, but I just can't do anything with it. I don't know why. I don't see a lot of them out there. This one, at the bottom of the torch, see the same thing. Uncirculated. And it really seems to be no interest in them, that I've seen so far. But yeah, that's quite a bit of them. Let's do the last one. Yeah, top of the torch again. I got quite a few with the same thing going on by the olive branches, and there's that oak. And if you zoom in, I'll zoom in. And I guess it could be a die chip or cut. I really don't know. But I got a whole bunch of them uncirculated. If you have any interest in it, let me know. I'll give you a nice deal. I'll hook you up. I could put them back on eBay maybe someday. I'll see them being sold again. I got a bunch of them. I really do. I got quite a few. So anyway, talking about it, bring it up. All right, back to the coins. Zoom back out here. Let's see what we got. We got that. Looks like that could be J.D. Weld. Oh, 79. All right. Let's just zoom in, get a little bit closer, a little bigger view. And when I'm searching without a video, I got it full screen. You can see errors pretty clearly. This looks like it's just kind of debris. J.D. Weld. There you go. But I'm putting it in the copper pile. We got here 83. No issues. Throw it on the scale though. And it's zinc. 2.5. Up to the bank. 97. Clean this up a little bit. 97. I know it is. I got this box is too much. There we go. I'll just move these coins over. Have to rearrange. There we go. I'm not a professional video guy, but I don't even know what was this? 97, yeah. Okay. Close AM. No value. I'm always checking. 86, ratty. Looks like it came off the beach. 14. See if I can get a little bit better zoom here. Focus. There we go. 18. Nothing going on. 69D. This one's got damage. Even if it was a good floater, it's too damaged. But it will be in the copper pile. It's still copper. 23. Now we have 80. Possible extra V on this one, but it's so badly denigrated. Actually, that is an extra V. I'll zoom in. That's what I was talking about earlier. If you got an extra V, really see that. Sometimes you see them better zoomed out. But if the coin is ratty, like this, it really has little or no value. And the V's a little off, so I don't know. That actually can be part of that scraping, whatever the heck's going on. I'm not even gonna. I used to see the unicorns all the time. Oh, that's a B. That's a B. Yeah, looking at it back here again. But again, this I've seen guys buy bank boxes, $25 boxes, loaded up, uncirculated with the V's. You could see the V better now, but it's not worth anything. I'll throw it in my copper pile. So if somebody buys a pound of the coppers, they're gonna get that, and it's a questionable error. But you know what? It's there. It's better. It's worth more than a penny, right? I don't know. Maybe to somebody. They get excited about finding it. Extra V, even in a ratty coin. Alright, let's see, 97. Nothing there. 82, large date. So this is most likely copper. Has the feel. Weight, it's 3.2. It's actually heavier copper. Slate. 05. Nothing going on here. It's just an 05. 1880. Copper variety, nothing going on. 80. Another 69. This roll had a fair amount of copper in it. Actually, 69 Philly. Respectable floater. But you know what? You could see too much of the FG in that. I'm going to pass this one on. I'm not going to try to sell it. It's going to be in my bulk copper. There you go. And probably worth $1. I would say so. That's what I do. I pass it on. Here we go. We finally hit a weedy from this roll. Like I said, I always expect one or two. Here's the first one. Let's see. Pretty good shape. No doubling. A nice coin. What is that, 67 years old? It's gonna go off to my wheat pile. I actually do sell wheat pennies when I get enough accumulated. I sell them by the roll. Never make any money though. The people everybody wants it for nothing. 1999. And I don't like just get rid of garbage. I'll throw very fine, extra fine. Wheats inside bulk wheat pennies. I bought them myself. I bought steel cents. Pay $18 for a roll, and they're all ratty. And they say, oh, it's a bankroll, never been searched. Yeah, right. Yeah, I got suckered into it. Last time I do that. How they're getting these rolls and going through them and re-rolling them. Was not a true roll. You know, from 1943. Or whatever year. 73 Denver. Have another look at that. Nothing going on. But, you know, it's going to go in the copper pile. Another pound coin. So here's 88. Back to the bank. 85. Yeah, you could tell this is zinc penny because there's evidence of that silverness coming through the cladding. It's a weak, let's say, removed cladding, but it's just weaker. But I never pass up on weighing the 2.5. I pretty much say it was zinc. And I always weigh it for the chance that, you know, copper planchet made its way through in 1985. You never know. That's how these errors happen. And that's what it's all about, hunting bankrolls. If you automatically say, oh, it's an 83, you know, throw it in with the zincs, you know, just get rid of it, and then you pass up on a really nice coin. No, it ain't gonna happen with me. I mean, '04, you know, not much going on in '04. Yeah, we're just talking about it. 83. It's got the evidence of that creasing in the rim. 99.999%. This is a zinc penny, but gotta throw it on the scale. You got it. 2.4. It's zinc. It's lighter than zinc. 22. You know, it's what it is. I mean, if you stumble across something that's really worth money like that, it's gonna happen because you, let me check, and boom, there it is. Don't ever pass them by. You know, just write it off as, that's not worth anything. 23. I'm sure the people that find the really good coins say, I wouldn't find, I'm not going to hit the lottery. And they do. Okay, that's the last one. 23. A little disappointment in that roll. I mean, we got a wee penny, a couple of nice old memorials, a higher grade. Nothing really to write home about, but it's a typical hunt. Again, they're fun, and you just never know. You just never know. You know, it's like, you know, I found this on the last roll. It's just a nice, but you never know. If you find you know, even a 2001 memorial with, you know, a shifted die or and doubling, you know, there you go. You got a nice coin, something you can sell for a decent amount. With that, please get to my video, hit that subscribe button or comment below. I really like to see your comments, and if you're interested in any of my bulk copper, you can find me on eBay. I'll go ahead and put that link below. You check me out. I can't guarantee that they'll always be there, but if you do find them, remember, I'm just gonna, I spike them, and I don't, other than like real serious coin errors, you're getting everything that comes out of my rolls, and it's pretty much most of it. I'll even throw in a couple of wheat pennies here and there. It just, for the most part, kids that get this stuff, you know, you pay, you know, $6, $5 for what, a pound? I don't even know what I charge. I'm on the lower end of the people that sell them. But I spike them. I spike them. I've actually put what you call it, a proof quarter in one. You know, it's a nice what is that? One of them state quarters, but it was proof. It was San Francisco. I said, oh, someone's gonna like to find that, and I put it in there. I put large cents in there. So I mean, I do. You know, I spike them up, and all the 100th anniversary, you know, Life of Lincoln pennies, they all go in there. I know a lot of people like to collect them. Now, I look at them, make sure they don't got four fingers and this and that, but they're all in there. So I pass them on. And someday, those you know, those '09 pennies, yeah, they'll fetch a few more bucks, you know, bucks. So they'll be worth more than just a standard shield or memorial penny. Clad, zinc clad. That's a gimme. That's going to happen because people already collect them. All right. So with that, please hit the like button or subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next go round. Take care.